What's going on, everyone? I want to talk to you about a hidden power, I guess you could say, of Yieldmax funds that I don't really hear talked about often at all. I want to get into it. This is Mike, the tactical stock scalper. All right, all right. You always heard that phrase, too good to be true. And in most cases, that's actually freaking true. If it's too good to be true. And that's what initially with Yieldmax that I thought back in 2023. But for me, because of this hidden power, it was worth me taking the risk on some things to see if this was even legitimate. And it definitely is. You never hear people who don't like Yieldmax ever talking about this hidden power. Never. You'll never hear them talking about it. And then second, even people who really like Yieldmax, they don't talk about it either. They're just more interested in the dividends or whatever. But to me, this is the most important thing about these funds, and I want to get into it. We're going to talk about return on investment. Now, this is a great topic for me to discuss because I am so close to my Nvidia being totally paid off. And guys, I am actually surprised that this is becoming reality. And I want to get more into the ROI and all of that, but I wasn't sure that this is going to be a possibility or how long it would actually take with, fluctuating and oftentimes declining share prices, not talking about, the current correction we're in, just in general, right? With the funds being capped, etc. Declining share price, dividends also, as far as the amount of money being paid, declines along with the share price. You know that if you've been in them. But the whole reason I got into them was because I wanted to take the chance to see if the return on investment is even real. I want to talk about a few funds and my Nvidia. Now, Coney, a lot of people have already had the return on investment paid off. And please, if you have your ROI paid off or you're close to it, please let me know in the comments. Actually, before I get to the funds, let me just explain this for people who may not understand it, because there's a lot that have no idea what this means. Let's just say you put $1,000 of your own money into Nvidia. Okay? $1,000 of your own money. Could be $10,000, doesn't matter. The amount is irrelevant. Could be $20. Okay. Over time, the goal is to have the dividends pay you your initial investment. Now, if you're constantly funneling money out of your own pocket into the fund, you will never reach return on investment, because that's an impossibility, because every month or whatever, you're putting your own money in, so you keep widening the goalpost. I got to a share count I liked, stopped there, and let the fund work, right? So I had all the dividends collected up until that time, quit putting my own money into it, and just let the fund do its thing. What happened is, or what is happening, what's going to be happening in the next 3 months, maybe 4-ish, depending on what the, dividends, disbursements, whatever you want to call. When they come in, hopefully by May, maybe June, my Nvidia will be totally paid off. That's freaking incredible. And what that means is you have $1,000 into it, $10,000, $20,000, you get your whole investment paid back via dividends disbursements. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Regardless of share price decline, because the dividends over time pay you for this. This is something I will never see in my JetQ, my SPY, or XDTE for that matter. I will probably be dead before those reach that level. Okay. This is why I got into Yieldmax, for the hope that return on investment is a real deal. What happens after you reach that? After that point, you get paid monthly. You put in 1,000, 10,000, whatever. And then every month past that point, it's all profit minus taxes. Just like if you were to trade a stock or anything else. It's profit month over month, regardless of what happens to the fund, unless it goes out of business, right? That's it. It can reverse split. Yes, you can make less profit month over month, depending on what happens with the market, how the fund moves, and all that, right? But this power is real, and I wasn't sure it was. But then you started seeing things happening, particularly, let's start here with Misty, okay? MSTY. So many people have already reached the ROI, and now it's getting close to some for another go, 2 times the return on investment. Every month is profit over profit once you reach this level. That comes with risk with Yieldmax funds. Do not get me wrong here. However, reaching your return on investment is real, and it's happening. There's a fund I do not like, ULTY. It continues, just in my simple mind, it's not a very good fund, okay? But there's a guy, and I'm sure there's more like him, but just one that I know, and that's Tennessee Bob. Sounds like a Wild West gangster, right? Tennessee Bob, whatever. But he has reached his return on investment in ULTY, regardless of share price decline and how the fund has performed, which I am personally not a fan of. But when it comes to ROI, the fund, that ULTY fund, has paid that for him, and I'm sure many others. That's absolutely freaking amazing because, again, month over month, it's profit from that point out. You can call it free money if you'd like. That's fine with me. You can call it profit. You can call it whatever you want. That's irrelevant, but that's what it is. Okay. Misty, we already know so many people have reached their ROI on that. ULTY, I know one guy personally who has reached that. Nvidia, there's people that's already reached that, but this guy right here, it hasn't happened to. But it's coming. It doesn't matter what I do. It's coming in May or June for me. It's a done deal. And that means every month, it's profit. It's like making trades every month or someone giving you a paycheck every month. It's absolutely freaking incredible. And I don't think it's talked about enough, personally, by Yieldmax, by people in Yieldmax. It's always about the dividends. And what I think is what makes these funds actually worth it is the opportunity to reach that ROI in a quick fashion. Okay? Coney, people have already reached their ROI in Coney. I don't know any personally, but I've seen them type it in, whatever, in different social media platforms. So that's whatever. You want to take that with a grain of salt, but all you have to do is add up the dividends and see, what it would be like. But again, you have to quit putting your own money into it to realize the massive potential and the secret power that Yieldmax has. And that's absolutely freaking incredible. I can do whatever I want with my Nvidia dividends after I reach ROI, and it's not going to hurt my account whatsoever. The initial investment has already been paid back. It can do whatever. Yes, we'd rather it go up to, so we can get share price appreciation in addition to that, but it doesn't matter. And if the fund goes up, you'll make more dividends. Well, it doesn't matter, though, at the end of the day. I don't know. I don't see enough talked about it. Wish it would. And you'll never see people that don't like Yieldmax ever talking about this because they didn't think it was real. They didn't think it was tangible. Now it's happening for Misty, Coney, ULTY, and now Nvidia. How many more are going to be coming online soon, or coming soon, that will reach their ROI? Probably quite a few in the next number of months. Take it for what you will. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.